All right, we're live. It's Monday morning. I'm going to be starting this. I'm going to be doing it on my treadmill. So hopefully there's no sound. Let me know. I can always change my mic. But what we're going to be doing today is going through my stats for, as you know, getting my Facebook account to 10K per month recurring. And the first goal was obviously to just optimize it. So we've done that. Then it was to book our first call. We've done that. So now we're consistently adding people, and we're using FlowChat as a software that I use. I'm the VP of sales, so obviously I'm going to use it. But I was a user of this software about 2021, so about 4 years ago, coming up on 5 years. And I was a VP of sales for another company, so it really saved my bacon. And what is great about this is it's a whole sales process tracked in the DMs with automations and AI now, where you can really get conversations going, book calls, and close deals. So here is a brand new Facebook account. I'll change my screen. Oh, there. We have this screen, so there you go. Let me change that screen. Hey, first time doing live, right? So we're gonna figure it together. There we go. There's the screen that I want to be on. And here we go is my, what we call a pipeline, my second account. So here's my account. Actually have a cool post that I wanted to do today. Gemini, or not Gemini, but Google came out with Nano Banana 2. So if I go to our Nano Banana Pro, let's see if I can get into it here. Where do we go for it? Try Gemini. So you just need Gemini, right? And then what you do here, you go to Tools, Create Image, you go to Thinking, and then we'll say create an image of I use a blackboard of a whiteboard with blue marker that explains how direct messages are pound for pound better than cold email and cold calling. Include real statistics. We'll say in 2025, going into 2026, the real statistics that prove this, and make sure the whiteboard is easy to look at, legible, and fun, and interesting. The whiteboard alone should be a pattern. Interrupt / hook when scrolling socials. If someone saw this, they were in the mindset of growing their business on social media. So as descriptive as you can get with Nano Banana Pro, the better is what I realized. So we'll let that load. So we're going to do a post here today, but as you see, been doing a couple posts, right? Things like that. Just for the algorithm, we're up to 48 friends, right? So slowly but surely, we're adding friends every day, and we're running automations to be able to do that. So today I'm going to check, see if more people added. We're actually going to send over, so I know Gilberto. He's a past client of mine when I was the VP of sales at the other company that I mentioned. So I actually didn't send him the automated message, but I did want to send him a personal message. So we'll say, been too long. How you doing, my man? That's just my word. I like to say that. So I talk how I would. P.S. This is my second account. I just started growing since I hit my 5K limit on my main profile. Okay, so now we've sent, right, initial message sent. What I'm gonna do with Gilberto, just because he is technically like he was using FlowChat before, because we put him onto it when I was VP of sales of the other company, but we built him a remote. We showed him how to hire people remote and run remote sales teams. So what I would do most likely is just put him into already a FlowChat user. I can continue that conversation with Gilberto, but I don't want to send him any of like the prospecting side of things. So we'll just reload here, and then what I'm going to do now, I have like 5 people that accepted from like over the weekend. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go and send those initial messages. Right. So it'll take 9 minutes, but let's do it real quick. 3 minutes. See how quick actually. Do it under 3 minutes. So with messaging and automations, I'm breaking the rules here. By breaking the rules, these are the guardrails that we talk about at FlowChat. So our software lets you really do anything, but the profile and the platforms restrict you depending on what's going on. So I have a new profile, so I won't be able to add like a bunch of people, right? It thinks it's essentially not a like you're warming up the account. So if you have an aged account on these on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, X, TikTok, etc., you can talk to a lot more people and reach out to a lot more people for a benefit, right? So what's cool is there's ways around this, like mutual friends, which is one of the things that Facebook looks for. So I'm building my list now, and I'm qualifying. I changed that over the weekend, so I'm qualifying people with 3+ mutual friends now, which allows me to actually talk to more people and send out more requests, and I'm getting a higher acceptance rate. So while this runs, I'm gonna put it over here. We'll just kind of segue here into the stats real quick as we're doing this live. I'm still following up with people, like for example, like Mike, Dima, I have to rebook him in. Ginger, I'm still talking to her. We're gonna get her on a call with her CTO. So great follow up here. Shmel like that. Happy Monday, Ginger. All right. Happy Monday, Ginger. What did Don say to a call? Should we find some time for me and her this week? Okay, so we're gonna pitch for the call again, right? So now, because we pitched for the call and Ginger is in long-term follow-up, we're gonna put her back into invite to call sent, right? And that's the whole beautiful thing about this software, about FlowChat, is I can track everything that I'm doing. So with Mike here, actually, I followed up with him at one point. He's kind of ghosted. So usually when that happens in sales, there's something, right? So he's reading. So did I say something wrong? Haven't heard from you since our call. So here, right, we're gonna follow up again, and we're gonna do what's called falling on your sword. So sometimes people get really busy and they don't pay attention to the emails coming in, or they don't pay attention to whatever it may be, like the messages here, even though he's read it, right? That's okay. He hasn't responded. So now I had a call with Mike. He knew one of our clients. Like there's a lot of synergy there. I think it was more about getting him and one of his clients sold. So we're just trying to figure out the best way to work together. And I'm doing a little bit of personal stuff here to try and get him looped in. And then we're going to keep following up. It's the only thing we can do, right? As salespeople, we can only control our activity. We can't control anything else. So we can only control the amount of people we reach out to. We can't control when they book, if they close a deal, et cetera, et cetera. So here, the best thing I can do is keep following up, right? Facebook, we don't do LinkedIn yet. Okay. was wrapped up last week. I'll get that loom to you over shortly. Today/tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, so Ricky couldn't do a call, right? So I'm gonna make a note to just record a quick loom for him on the platform, so Facebook, and then I'll send him probably a case study explaining, this is what we do. So we'll go from there and we'll follow back up with him, we'll say tomorrow. Christian here. We're gonna go back in, double check. He said he was really busy. This week better for a chat? Or are you still swimming underwater? Happy Monday, by the way. Yeah, so we're gonna keep following up, and that's the only thing we can do, right? Just quick follow-ups, make them personal. Change that to tomorrow. So we have, okay, a couple people replied. We sent some direct messages. Awesome. So we've reloaded that. We're gonna reload the pipeline. I clicked that by accident, so there we go. And we'll just make him go for tomorrow. Perfect. So we're on a roll here. We got 6 messages received, so I'm gonna have to go in, respond to those people. We have some follow-ups to do. All right, so we're gonna do, hey, as promised, I'm back. We're gonna send out our message. Perfect to do. I waited and didn't send this on Friday, so that's why it says overdue for, what was the name? Oh, for Bobby here. But what we're gonna do is wait for Monday, then we'll come back and say, hey, as promised, Bobby, I'm back. And a lot of people are getting into the swing of things on Mondays, right? So a great time to message people Monday mornings, I find. Tuesdays, Thursdays, those are kind of 3 best days. Wednesdays, Fridays, not so much, funny enough. And then we're gonna come here, we're gonna follow up. We have 5 people to follow up with. They answered, they're gonna be moved here. And then we have a couple other people to go in and respond. And then so on and so forth. We got some conversations ongoing, right? We moved Ginger back here. Justin we invited to call, so I'll have to move that over. And then keep trying to close our first deal from this account, right? So last week, no success in the closed deal, but we're still successful on adding more people, getting better qualified leads. So I have a couple more prospects here that I'll probably add the rest here today. And then if I need more, I'm just gonna go into a Facebook group. I've joined a couple Facebook groups. So we're just gonna go in here, right? We're gonna go into our groups, and if I need to find more, I definitely can. But here, what we do is we go into your groups, and you can see all the groups that I joined. And we're just gonna keep pulling from those leads. And the more people that I get added from, right, request to join, then I can go back into these groups later as well, and I'll have more members with things in common. So I'll be able to go to the members with things in common. Now I have like 13, right? 5, 6. So you can see I have a lot more. Before it was just 1. And I'm looking, so I would probably most likely go to like 300. I would start there. Then it's gonna go, and I really just want 3 plus more. So if I realize, oh, okay, it's going down to 2 and 1, that's all for now that we're grabbing. So I would import. And the reason is we only want those leads because they're just going to disqualify, like our software, FlowChat, with looking for 3 plus mutual friends. It's just going to disqualify anyone else. So at that point, I just don't want to waste time in general, right? So there might be some more people here. There might not, just because, yeah, I just uploaded that this weekend. So you can see there's not more people, but that's okay, because I can simply just go look at more groups. So we can do like cold email, right? And we just go like this, groups, here, just a public group, cold email. Right? So we can go and find, I'm already in some of these groups. GMass Underground. If you know what GMass is, it's a cold emailing tool for Google. So you can do things like that. I can go into like ManyChat, for example. If I know it's a competitor, there's a groups of ManyChat training, chat for your bot. So you can see there's so many different ways, and you can always ask GPT, hey, what types of Facebook groups do my types of clients hang out in? And then I just have to go into the group. This is public. I don't even have to join it, which is awesome. And then I'll go in here. I already have my list set. I have a lot, but I asked GPT, right? Well, who are my keyword titles that I'm looking for based off of my offer? We're then going to stop auto scroll. So I'm going to go in, and I can just leave that to the side for a second while it does that. And then we can see, okay, is this another group? Is this a good group? So on and so forth. And we can keep, if it's public, joining a group. We're getting some reactions already. All right, so that's awesome. And we're gonna be able to close this, close that, close this. Oh, actually, we're gonna go back to my profile. Last thing we'll do here today, before we upload that group, is the post. We're gonna go in, what's on your mind? We have our Gemini. We're gonna copy this image, and paste it. Love that. Okay. And then we're gonna ask Gemini, right? Perfect. Can you write a let's see, quirky, funny post to go along with this on Facebook? So we're just gonna get a Facebook post from Gemini. All right, it's thinking, it already has the context, right? So you can see that. And then what we're gonna do is just say DMs. Actually, we'll make a post here. DMs versus cold email / following in 2025 going to 2026 going into, right? I kind of like this, but that's really simple. And then we're just gonna do I have my little thing, do down. Because we want people to read this, right? Boom, just like that. Now we made a post, share, and what we're gonna do is share it to our story. So then we pop up into the stories of people. I think it counts as a share. I'll like it. And then we're gonna take this headline. And then we're gonna say that. Okay, and that's it. So for today, my first live stream, hopefully this is good on your side. You liked it, and I had some good, here, I'll bring myself back out. Had some good outreach, good conversations. Next day, so tomorrow, I'll try to be on at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do live. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat. That way I'll be able to answer as we go. And what we'll do is go through a little bit more stats and go into the pipeline and see some more responses. And I can even review a little bit more about the automations. I'd like to set up the automation queue this week, which I'll sneak peek here, but what is going to be a setup, so I'm not going to have to manually just go and trigger these automations like I've been doing, like you just saw. All I'm going to have to do is go into the actual, these are all my pipelines. So I have a lot of pipelines. We're going to go into the one that is for my second account on Facebook. So we just find it here, and then we can schedule all these pipeline stages to go off at the right times when we want. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, and come with your questions.